He was sent only to guard her, nothing more.
She was a vision draped in silence, but silence carries questions no soldier can ignore. A forbidden gesture, yet softer than any command. He felt the shadows stir.
In that instant, he was no longer a guard.
The heavens themselves seemed to weigh upon him, shoulder of steel, heart of shadow.
She needed more than protection. She needed his choice, his soul unshaken.
Yet with every step forward, he knew every bond is also a burden. To guard her was his mission. To surrender himself was his destiny.
He was her shield, yet more than steel.
And in her touch,
the shadows gathered, but still he held. One man, one promise, unbroken. For in guarding her, he found his own surrender, the sacrifice that defines the eternal. In her gaze, he saw the truth, that some bonds are written not in time, but in eternity.
the shadows pressed close, yet in stillness he chose.
Not by weapon, but by will, his courage shone brighter than the storm. And as the heavens bore witness, his sacrifice became a beacon no shadow could eclipse.
In giving himself, he became the...
Together they stood, his courage, her grace, woven into one final vow.
The shadows broke before them.
He was just supposed to guard her, but in the end, he gave her eternity. When the brilliance faded, she remained, the keeper of his sacrifice. His marks of courage etched the salve not on stone, but upon her soul. The celestial ground itself bore witness, his sacrifice carved into eternity.
He was just supposed to guard her, but became the... his essence.
Every step she took carried the marks of his courage, etched into her being.
Though shadows may rise again, she would never... He was just supposed to guard her, but in truth, her journey became his legacy. Each step...
Though his form was gone, his marks of courage endured, forever her guardian.
He was just supposed to guard her, but his sacrifice became the light of eternity.
Though worlds may forget, the heavens remember.
His courage lived on in her touch, in every spark, in every shadow she dispelled.
She carried him with her, not as memory, but as light, eternal.
He was just supposed to guard her, but his sacrifice became the dawn that never fades. Her journey wove his sacrifice into the fabric of the stars.
was just supposed to guard her. But in truth, the sky itself bent to her will.
In her strength, his marks of courage lived on. Shadows could never unmake them.
He was just supposed to guard her, but he became the light.
Her path and his sacrifice became one, woven into the fabric of eternity.
The guardian lived on, not in flesh, but in the radiance that shielded her soul. He was just supposed to guard her, but his sacrifice, each stride she took, carved his memory deep. The sacrifice was not an end.
The road ahead was not hers alone. It bore the echo of his vow.
Two spirits woven into one journey.
Though unseen, his presence walked beside her, an immortal guardian in the glow.
His essence rose with her steps.
Each spark carried a memory, etched in the marks of courage. Together they moved forward, one seen, one unseen, yet never apart. His spirit lived within her sight, guiding every step she took.
The marks of courage became pillars of light. His sacrifice shaped the path. Every step carried the echo of his vow.
Though shadows had claimed him, his essence stood unbroken.
The cosmos remembered their journey, inscribing it across eternity.
Two souls became one. Together.
Unity was not of form, but of spirit, a bond no distance could sever.
The stars themselves bent to honor their sacrifice, painting their story across infinity.
His essence became her shield, his light her eternal guide. From his courage, fragments of light were born.
She became the keeper of his radiance, the witness to an everlasting vow.
He rose beyond form, a guardian etched in the fabric of the skies.
Together, their paths became one eternal flame.
his courage unfolded as ripples, touching every corner of the silent heavens.
She carried his light within her, a guardian of eternal flame.
Together, they ascended into legend, their sacrifice carved in the stars. The marks of his courage dissolved into eternity, yet never lost.
She bore his light within, carrying it into the endless shadows.
Their sacrifice became a compass. She released his essence into the stars, so it may never.
His spirit remained, carved into the fabric of the cosmos.
Together they became an eternal bridge. Her gaze carried the memory.
He remained a beacon no shadow could consume. Together,
Her heart lifted his essence into eternity.
Stars themselves became keepers of their story.
She bore his courage as her eternal crown. Her spirit bound to his legacy. He returned to her as light unending.
Two souls, one promise, endless light.
The universe crowned him with eternal flame.
Together they mark the dawn of a new age.
Their shadows lived longer than time.
Their bond became the language of the stars.
She honored him as the guardian flame. Together, they ascended beyond shadows.
Forever etched in light, they guided all who wandered. Their essence shimmered as living constellations. She held. She returned his light to the heavens.
His courage spread like fire across the stars.
their shadows stretched beyond time itself. From shadow came unending ray. Their journey became the map of the skies.
She walked upon roads carved by his courage.
Every step awakened marks of light.
He watched, a guardian flame in the firmament.
His light burned within her gaze.
Two worlds aligned by one vow. Their unity spun the very fabric of stars. His legacy flowed into endless horizons. Every stream returned to his eternal flame.
Together, they became the horizon itself.
Their bond outshone even the galaxies.
Their essence arched across eternity.
She carried his memory with every gesture.
He answered her in radiant silence. The ground itself honored their vow.
Their courage flowed into endless skies.
Their vow was written in the stars.
She saw his spirit in every constellation.
Their unity shaped the rhythm of creation.
His courage became eternal flame.
Her path carried his eternal strength.
She bore his marks as living armor of light.
Above and below, their vow endured.
Their essence intertwined into eternity. Their sacrifice became a universe reborn.
Every spark carried their story forward.
They became the beacon of eternity.
Their vow burned brighter than any sun. Their essence.
Their legacy stitched constellations together.
She carried his eternal flame within.
Her journey left trails of courage.
His spirit watched, steadfast and eternal. Their sacrifice gave birth to new worlds.
She saw his courage in every star.
Together, they held the worlds in balance. Their vow became the rhythm of time.
His essence echoed through her soul.
Her every step shaped new horizons.
Together, they became oceans eternal.
Her touch carried his unending promise. He became the light that guides. She followed his beacon through eternity.
His sacrifice lit every horizon.
Their unity became creation. Their vow seeded new worlds of light. She wore his essence like a crown. Their story etched across the heavens.
His spirit stood eternal, unwavering. His sacrifice echoed across all realms.
Her devotion carried his flame upward.
Together, they became an eternal pillar.
Their vow illuminated creation itself. She stood as keeper of their light. Their sacrifice bound the cosmos together. At the core of creation, their vow endured.
She carried his reflection in her gaze.
He stood, a guardian of endless horizons.
Together they bridged eternity.
Their courage carried across realms unknown.
Their unity bound time and space. Their steps etched courage into the cosmos.
Their sacrifice crowned the heavens.
Their promise radiated in endless circle.
Their vow rose higher than shadows. His marks of courage lit the darkened sky.
She became the path that endures. Together, they became a boundless sun.
Their sacrifice pulsed across eternity.
Their essence flowed like rivers eternal.
Her devotion turned sparks into stars.
Their unity spun the galaxies of tomorrow.
Together, they ascended.
The path ahead shimmered with endless courage. Their bond was forged in the heart of shadows.
Beyond, a realm awaited their sacrifice.
Her gaze carried the promise of eternity.
His marks of courage burned brighter than the fading sky.
Together, they stepped upon the bridge of destiny.
Each step echoed the weight of their choice. Every mark left behind lit the path for others to follow.
In the vast silence of creation, they walked as
At the end of the bridge, destiny revealed its glow.
her touch awakened the threshold of hope.
He bore the weight of sacrifice without hesitation.
Together, they stood at the edge of forever.
His courage was the key that unlocked tomorrow.
Her spirit was the flame that guided the way.
United, they became more than themselves.
Their sacrifice rippled across creation, eternal and unending.
In the light, their story became forever.
Their essence flowed into the currents of creation.
Neither lost, but reborn as guardians of the light.
Their bond became a beacon across eternity.
In unity, they carried the promise of tomorrow.
Their sacrifice.
Their journey left marks of courage upon creation itself.
Every spark they shed became flame.
His essence became the guardian thread of destiny.
Together, they rose beyond shadows into endless dawn.
their light bridged realms. In sacrifice, they became a single.
Their story shone brighter than shadows could ever dim.
Shadows faded before the radiance they had become. Their flame endured.
Thus, their story lived on, eternal, unbroken, infinite.
He walked forward, carrying the legacy of valor.
She remained beside him, bound by eternal unity. Together, they crossed into the horizon of forever.
He carried the weight of sacrifice, yet no regret. Every step lifted them closer to the eternal flame.
Their journey shaped the heavens with new constellations. Each spark they shed became a river of renewal.
Shadows dissolved, carried away by their radiance.
They honored the flame from which their sacrifice began.
Their essence rose, uniting with the eternal current. No longer bound by form, but eternal streaks of light. Their journey stretched across the fabric of the cosmos.
Thus, their sacrifice became an unending light, guiding forever. Their journey carried onward, never ceasing.
Guided by their own eternal echoes. Together they became the current of eternity.
He bore the infinite across his gaze.
She carried harmony within her eternal flame.
Shadows fell away before their unity.
Every reflection bore the man.
The heavens reshaped themselves in their honor.
From their light, new stars were born.
Every new dawn bore their signature of courage.
Thus, their journey never ended. It became eternity itself.
Thus, their journey never ended. It became eternity itself.
He bore the timeless marks of courage.
She became the flowing river of harmony.
Together they
From their union, waves of renewal spread forth. Every horizon awakened to their gift.
their essence became rivers across. Petals of light marked their everlasting journey. The heavens bore witness to their sacrifice. Together they saw the sky remade in their image. Their bond pulsed as the heart of creation. Once more, they became eternal flow. They ascended beyond shadows' reach. Closer they drew until they were one flame.
One flame, yet endless in its giving. The universe itself became their monument.
And so they rose, forever united, forever eternal.
They crossed into a realm of endless radiance. His marks of courage burned brighter than shadow.
Her essence flowed as rivers upon eternity. From their bond, whole constellations awoke.
Their gift carried across every horizon.
Each spark carried their vow of eternity.
They beheld eternity's reflection of their bond.
Once again, they became streams of eternity.
They shaped infinity with their dance.
Their ascent left trails of timeless blessing. All creation bore their eternal mark.
Every spark carried the memory of sacrifice.
His courage shone as the map of distant worlds.
Her essence awakened galaxies.
Together, they became the heart of creation.
Their bond spilled as rivers of eternal fire.
They stitched the heavens with threads of unity. On the ground of stars, their story was etched.
Symbols that whispered of unending devotion.
They circled their own legend, now immortal. Every galaxy bore the mark of their journey.
One flame of boundless spirit.
Their passage carved the road of forever.
Two flames, ever apart, yet never divided.
Their ascent reached realms beyond sight.
The universe bowed as they rose, and in their trail, eternity found its flame. Her spirit breathed life. Two sparks united, a flame beyond shadow.
Their unity became a tide of brilliance.
Galaxies bowed beneath their eternal song. Stars carved symbols of everlasting promise.
Together, they stepped through eternity's gate.
The gate fell into rivers of memory.
Memory poured as endless rivers of grace.
Where light touched, blossoms of hope awakened.
The ground itself became their garden of courage. Petals rose, carrying their promise to the stars.
Their light gathered once more, unbroken. Two hearts pulsed as one across infinity.
This is a sacrifice.
In their light, all creation found unity.
Their light crowned the endless sky.
Golden threads bound.
Symbols etched a legacy beyond shadows.
The soldier's spirit carved the path of light.
Her essence breathed eternity into the stars. Together they rose as one eternal flame.
Constellations awakened beneath their glow.
The heavens themselves became their guardians.
Creation bowed in reverence to their flame. Every reverence fed the eternal glow.
The cosmos poured its essence into their light. From sacrifice, a new star was born.
Upon its surface flowed eternal courage. Their forms stood within the heart of radiance.
Their bond forever bridged the endless sky.
Their union became the star's eternal core.
In their glow, the universe found everlasting peace.
Their light embraced every corner of creation. Each arc etched symbols of courage in the heavens.
The stars aligned to honor their sacrifice.
The ground of eternity glowed with their memory.
Their memory carved rivers through time itself.
From their union,
The cosmos beat with their everlasting rhythm. Their light fell gently, a promise fulfilled.
Every spark carved a lasting mark of courage. The plains of creation glistened with their legacy.
Streams of unity linked their timeless memory.
Light returned to the star of sun.
The flame of unity grew ever stronger.
The heart of their union pulsed with eternal radiance. Even galaxies bowed to their unbroken flame.
Threads of unity stitched creation together. A tapestry of light bore their sacred constellations breathed with their memory. Every spark echoed their bond.
their unity reached across endless skies.
Rivers of light flowed with eternal grace.
Every spark returned to the eternal spiral.
A beacon rose, shining their vow forever.
Its rhythm carried the strength of their bond.
Its glow the ground of eternity shone with their marks of courage. The skies bloomed with their everlasting presence. Every spark bore their unending vow. A circle of eternity crowned their flame.
The cosmos itself bore their eternal vow.
Clouds of light carried whispers of their sacrifice.
Their silhouettes lingered within the endless glow. Streams of their essence bound the skies together.
Bridges of light crossed every horizon.
Their union was carved into the arcs of creation. Creation itself shimmered with their vow.
Their presence endured, untouched by time.
The cosmos crowned their courage in light.
Waves of light carried their sacrifice across eternity. Her gaze carried the eternal memory.
Together, they marked the skies with courage.
Constellations bore witness to their flame. The cosmos itself shone with remembrance.
Clouds of light carried their eternal whispers.
Silhouettes of sacrifice lingered in every horizon.
They flowed as rivers of eternity.
Infinity rose, glowing with their bond.
Creation walked upon their unbroken path.
Each spark carried their enduring light.
Constellations aligned in sacred harmony.
Its rhythm carried their eternal bond.
The skies bloomed with their memory.
Every petal bore their touch of unity. From blossoms to sparks, their vow endured.
Sparks climbed into the spiral of creation.
A crown of eternity shone with their courage.
Their essence mirrored in eternal flame.
One vision held their boundless vow. Its pulse echoed through endless skies. Every ripple carried their vow. Streaks of light marked their courage.
He stood eternal, marked by courage.
She walked with him, carrying the vow. Together they lit the skies with unity. Rivers of light rose to the heavens. Crowns of light honored their sacrifice. Celestial ground shone beneath their vow. Their forms lived within every reflection. Constellations carried their bond.
An endless bridge stretched across eternity.
Sparks journeyed upon their eternal path.
Blossoms of remembrance bloomed. Each bloom carried their unity. Galaxies scattered with their flame.
One light rose above all creation.
Its heart carried their eternal vow.
From its core, new sparks were born. Spirals of memory filled the sky. Rivers of light carried their sacrifice. The crown of courage rose once more. Infinite sparks bore their legacy. Two sparks became one eternal flame. Their hands remained unbroken through eternity.
The Kosa shone.
The flame became the compass of creation. A bridge carried their vow into forever. Together, they walked where shadows could not follow.
Their unity carved streaks of light in the void.
His form bore the marks of courage eternal.
Carried the sparks of their vow.
Patterns etched their story upon the stars.
Even the stars remembered their bond. A crown of remembrance rose above. Every spark bore the essence of
Constellations whispered their eternal vow.
One arc bound the heavens with their unity.
it shone brighter than all creation.
The void bloomed with sparks of remembrance.
Blossoms grew where shadows once lingered. Each blossom carried their eternal flame. Galaxies blossomed with their vow. At its heart, their flame endured. At its heart, their flame endured. Its brightness.
Streaks of light marked the path of eternity.
The cosmos itself became their vow. Every spark carried the promise forward.
Streaks of light trace the path of unity.
A circle of remembrance bound the skies. Within it, two lights stood eternal. Their hands carved symbols upon eternity.
Courage became his eternal crown.
Her gaze became the map of the stars.
The arc spanned creation itself. Rivers of memory touched every star.
From their vow, blossoms awakened. Sparks of remembrance drift beyond time.
Their image lived within every glow. Sparks became their eternal language.
Crowns of light marked their remembrance.
Galaxies bowed to their sacrifice.
One spiral carried their eternal flame.
At the heart, their flame endured. Streaks carried their vow into the horizon. Bridges connected worlds through remembrance.
The crown shimmered with their eternal vow.
Countless skies bore their remembrance.
Sparks whispered their names in silence.
Rivers of remembrance shaped the horizon.
A path carried their flame beyond time. Together, they walked upon eternity's path. The path shimmered with eternal promise.
Their steps marked courage upon the stars.
Joined hands carried the vow beyond time. Lanterns of memory lifted into the sky.
Constellations bore the marks of courage.
In every star, their image was reborn. Her eyes mirrored the eternal skies.
His form carried the strength of the vow.
Together they ascended upon the celestial ground.
A tower of remembrance crowned the heavens.
Each spark whispered their story. Symbols of courage etched eternity's walls. Runes of light. Even the smallest spark bore their flame. Petals drifted as whispers of devotion. At the heart stood their unbroken flame. Their light nourished all creation.
Spirals carried their vow beyond horizons.
Streams of devotion flowed into infinity.
Infinity itself bore their memory.
Within every stream, their bond endured. Sparks returned always to their flame. Shadows dissolved before their rising light. All creation carried their eternal sacrifice.
At the heart of creation, their vow burned brightest.
Her presence mirrored eternity's grace.
His form bore the marks of courage eternal.
Together, they rose as a single flame.
The flame carved a path through each.
Worlds bent gently toward their memory.
Symbols of devotion crowned their unity. Waves of remembrance touched.
Every spark carried the promise of light.
New constellations rose in their
The heavens bore their image unbroken. Eternity itself reflected their bond. All creation turned toward their eternal light. From them, streaks of courage flowed unending.
pathways of devotion cross the stars.
Her vision saw beyond shadows.
Together they walked into infinity's embrace. Each step carved courage upon the celestial ground. Waves spread their vow to end. Their bond lit the path ahead.
Galaxies blossomed in their trail.
Infinity bore witness to their flame. At last their light became one.
The sphere pulsed with unbroken sacrifice.
Rivers of remembrance reached all creation. Their sacrifice became the heart of each. Within the core as one. Streaks of devotion spread through infinity. Her grace shone as a guide to all.
His courage anchored the eternal flame.
Together, they shaped a spiral of remembrance.
Their journey carved luminous paths. Their bond became the axis.
Constellations united beneath their flame.
The tapestry of existence bore their mark. Threads of devotion bound every horizon.
Galaxies pulsed with their shared vow.
Her gaze mirrored the fabric of creation.
Together they walked upon eternity's clock. Each step awakened sparks of remembrance. Stars were born of their courage.
Galaxies blossomed in their presence.
All creation turned toward their flame. Their devotion. Their bond became pure light. Sparks carried their vow across time.
Rivers of light wove unbroken paths.
Oceans of devotion spread beyond stars. Two spirits tested by shadows still shine as one. They look upward toward a destiny that calls. Their bond becomes the light that guides the path.
The celestial ground opens, revealing a way to eternity.
Step by step, they move into the light together.
Their journey becomes part of the heavens themselves.
From shadows they rose. Their courage became eternal fire. Two souls beyond time.
One gave all, so the other could carry the flame forward. They rose together, no longer bound by earth.
From sacrifice, harmony was born.
Their mark lives in every spark of light across the stars.
Though their journey ends, their light will guide forever.
Their sacrifice shines on, and so doth the story. Join us